let's get some stains on this carpet and show how easily it does come loose.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Coffee, check.
Ketchup.
Check. Red dye number 40, always an enemy of most textiles.
Takes extra chemistry on every job I ever do on pretty much every carpet. Barbecue sauce, oily, greasy, nasty.
Very complex stain.
The tough ones for sure, and I promise my clients it's not coming out, is mustard. It is. It's the turmeric, the mustard seed oil makes it almost where I would not ever indicate that's going to be removable in the carpet. Now, we've only really just kind of laid them on the top. Red wine, it's a big one for us. I mean, it's on there. We're saying we're using oxidizers. We're going to have to use special chemistry, but in this case, with this ANSO High-Performance PET, I'm not really worried about it.
All right. Well, you said lay on top, so what if I were to come in here and kind of really grind it in like real world? Are you worried about that?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep, bond it around. Let's get it in there a bit better.
Okay.
Yep, let's make it a little tougher. You know, I've done this where we have baked it into the carpet in the sun in 30 and 40 frequencies of having to redo this and do it again and again, and it has responded.
Should I grind in the mustard?
Get it in there. Let's not make it too easy. Let's show that it comes out. We'll probably have to use a little extra help on some of those, but that's normal. I can get it out with some help, whereas in normal situations on other types of carpets I've worked on, it's in there and it's staying in there.
What if I mix this?
Oh, nice job, Jim.
Sorry.
Coffee, hot coffee.
Well, with cream too, so it's a complex
That's
stain.
all right. Scrub it in there. Get it in there.
Notice how that just likes to sit right there on
It
top,
does.
So isn't that cool?
Oh, that must be the built-in stain technology you keep telling me is baked into this carpet.
Baked into the cake, my friend.
All right.
All right.
Let's get it cleaned up.
Now, what would happen if we let this sit for hours on end?
Well, knowing what I've done is I've repeated this. I've baked it into into a carpet, literally underneath the Las Vegas sun in a hot parking lot. I am not worried about a simple experiment like this coming back up again without a problem. So I think repetitive, letting them sit there, dry out. Actually, the truth is, letting it dry pushes it from, it makes it come easier in a lot of cases.
Because the water's gone.
But if it happens, the impulse is blot it up, get it out of there, and frankly, try to limit chemistry. Use just water, and that's what we're gonna focus on today.
So we're using just water.
Yep.
No chemistry, first try, see what happens.
Hot water, and we're gonna rinse out what comes out. Some of the spotting agents have gone into the fiber, so it has developed a stain. You know what a stain is?
Stays in.
It stays in, S-T-A-I-N, stays in. And we may have to go after a little of that with some gentle chemistry. Okay. We don't need anything fancy, don't need any crazy high pH alkaline oxidation, weird chemistry, where often bleach is necessary, or a bleaching type product can be necessary on things like mustard and wine.
Never use bleach on carpet though. We gotta make sure you're clear on that.
Don't use bleach on carpet.
All right, let's do it.
If you could get the machine going, we're just using a simple hot water system which sprays water out and evacuates it back up. That easy. Wow, that one wasn't hard. You know that accident that happened over there? Really not a problem. Even a little extra heat, get that creamer out of there, not a problem. It looks like your shoe trafficked a little mustard over here, Mr. Jim.
Sorry about that.
All right, well, let's go after the red dye that was in this fruit drink, this sports drink that was there. Yep, couple passes, just water. And oftentimes our barbecue sauce and ketchups have varieties of dye. One day I can get a ketchup spill out, and the next day it stays in because of, I don't know, tomatoes aren't always the same color off the vine, so I can tell you manufacturers use different amounts of food coloring seasonally, and sometimes they're easier, sometimes they're not. That one might take a little extra with the oils.
All right.
So we'll come back on that one. Now we're gonna hit our barbecue.
Lots of sugar in barbecue.
Sugary, oil, make it bond and marinate into into the beef, the meat you're putting it on. So we're gonna have to use a little chemistry on that one, I believe. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit this mustard stain, which I do predict stays in as a stain, and see if it starts to respond. So So you've got the Shaw product there. That's a basic, nothing too fancy, but also not gonna hurt and leave soiling, icky stuff that's gonna stain it. Nice.
Smells great too.
And then on this guy, which is wine, which in most every situation we come across, we almost just say it's not coming out to the customer up front, under promise and over deliver with as a professional carpet cleaner. But in this case, even majority of that without any help of any extra chemistry has taken that out. Now, once all this happens and we rinsed all of the preliminary spotting off the fiber, you know, one of the big things we often have to deal with is consumers grabbing everything underneath the kitchen sink. And by the time we get there, we don't find spots, spills, or stains. We find white spots on the carpet.
Carpet stain remover.
It's not carpet stain remover. And Shaw has told me, I don't work for you guys, I'm telling you, they say don't use bleach on their products. However,
no, never.
They have told me that this product has engineered things in its system of colorants and everything else fancy about it. It's built in that it is resistant to the abuse that might happen.
Let's see.
Throw it on there. I'm not gonna think I'm gonna see much react of color loss because having done this, we've come across that just the light treatment of the oxidation chemistry, which normally in many situations on other fibers.
Well, Sean, wait a minute. That's just disappearing right before our very eyes.
It's going away. I mean, we have oftentimes had to bring in complicated things like UV lights to accelerate the reaction of the oxidation, but it wasn't
I can't even see it anymore.
It's not even there. I don't even know what I'm working on. They're gone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Let's rinse that out and be done.
Be done. Now, one of the real attributes that I've been come across as I've gotten lucky enough to be involved in testing these carpets and their performance alongside of the fiber producers and the mills has been, you know, the fact that spills, spots, and animal accidents, frankly, go down.
They do.
And they go down to the back of the fiber, they go through the backing systems, and they end up
in the pad,
in the subfloor. And we're not talking about a spill, we're talking about an animal accident. We're talking about not just, you know, a little small dog or a small animal.
How much liquid are we talking about?
Well, frankly, how much liquid? Well, let's just say we'll emulate that.
That seems like, how, you know.
It's pretty wet. I mean, this is sloppy wet that got on there. An animal, hot water has just spilled on there. It's quite a bit.
What about if we put a little bit more? Let's say we had a larger pet.
Maybe a sink overflowed out of an area, or
like a plant, maybe?
A repeat offender, perhaps.
Like that?
That's quite a bit. I think we're there.
You sure?
Let's stop. All right. Let's clean up what you just made of a mess.
All right, I'm very sorry.
And I think one of the big points we need to make is that as much as that showed it stayed on the top of the carpet, I think we need to show a clear illustration that it didn't go through. And
how are we going to do that?
Well, we've actually placed something underneath this carpet area to show a sign that it got wet. We've got some brown craft paper that if it got moisture through this, it would show it pretty clearly.
Okay.
Let me just get it off the top of this carpet first.
And you want to take a look to see if it went through?
Let's take a look and see if it made its way back there.
You want to leave the machine running, or are you that confident?
I don't think we're going to need this anymore.
Enough said. Let's take a look.
Nothing. Nothing through. The stuff works, man.
So I just want to make sure, Sean, so if there were water that went down, it would show really quickly.
Yeah, if moisture had gone through this, we would have seen immediate moisture. It would have soaked in, darkened this, and nothing transmitted through the LifeGuard blue backing system. that's spill-proof, keeping. Now, it's not intended.
Spill-proof technology.
It's not meant to keep a carpet from a water damage situation being flooded through and on. But it's for the spills, the accidents, the pet problems that have happened, and it keeps that from going through into the back and the subfloor and in the cushion and causing surgery to have to be done instead of just surface clean. It keeps the soiling on the top. Now, everything stays where the homeowner or the cleaner can actually get to it.
And like Teresa said, life's hard enough. Why not have a product that serves you and really is easy to maintain?
You know, over the years that I've been able to be involved with Shaw and helping be an outside partner with you guys to help working on these products and seeing what they do, you know, it's been exciting being involved in a process to make something better for the consumer, for the long term, for the long-term turnover in apartments and homes where accidents happen. They do, and at least now there's something to stop it.